everyone for having me here. I would like to start from the start, from where I started, as in my school days. I was a very skinny guy. I'm sure you guys must be having a lot of children around. We do, two of them. So during my school days, I was a very skinny guy who used to get bullied by his seniors and his classmates because I was physically very weak. And my father had a transferable job, so every 3 years or so, he used to get transferred. So every 3 years, I had to change my school and entering into a new school with new people around, getting bullied again and again. And that's a real issue today that no one talks about. Students or kids getting bullied. So I had, I had nothing to fight them with because I was physically very lacking. So I was like, okay, let's start getting into fitness, so getting into taekwondo or doing basic push-ups. So I saw slowly and steadily I started gaining a little bit of strength that I lacked before, and that is how it started. And during school days, it was easier for me also to impress other girls around. Having a good body always helped, but over the period of time, I realized that fitness is much more than that. It is much more than what people see or a fit body, and it is much more than having washboard abs. It is about the longevity of your life. In today's date, we people have stopped moving. I mean, everything has become so comfortable for us. Today, in today's date, we don't need to even get up and change the channel for the TV. We can just sit down like this and we can operate the remote and get the channel changed. So, during the 80s or the 90s, I'm 80s born, so I can talk about my time. We people used to go out, we used to play with our friends because we never had smartphones back then. Like today, I see my sons using the smartphones. We try to restrict that at our place because we have a different thought about that. So that time was better. In today's date, we have stopped moving, and that is the major issue.
I just want to make it more crisp. Are you saying that fitness is not always going to the gym and taking up heavy weights and doing too much just to follow the trend, or following some fad diet, saying just because it's a part of trend, oh my god, we're getting so fit day by day? You're saying it's a lifestyle. You're saying this.
What I'm saying is when I've seen my father and my grandfather, during our grandfather's time, they used to cycle for 20 kilometers to go to their office. None of the people had any cars. Maybe I wouldn't call them poor, but they didn't have the luxury to own a car that time. And cycling really helped. That was their workout. Maybe they were unintentionally doing it. But in today's date, everything has become so convenient that people have started becoming couch potatoes. And that's the real problem.
That's a very big problem. Yash, I know we don't really approve of people sitting in one place also for a long time. It's very annoying to see the watch moving on all the time, is walking and talking. We will move on from that, and Lalita ma'am, there's something very important that I need to know, and the audience also needs to know. We have all heard about the vegan diet, and something that the generation and society today is thriving on. But a lot of people do not understand the difference between being a vegetarian and being a vegan. Like, sometimes I don't. I feel that it's all veg. Sort of plant-based protein that we are having. We have tofu. Tofu is also plant-based protein. That is one question. Along with that, also this plant-based products that you're talking about, are they pushed back also to fulfill the nutrition needs of our body? And I would want to know how healthy is it for today's lifestyle. You promote vegan. A lot of other people I know in the audience. Are you vegans here? Is there any vegan? I know that there might be a lot of vegetarians here. So, ma'am, what is the difference between being a vegan and being a vegetarian?
Okay, so, vegetarians and non-vegetarians get the same disease. And that's because whether it's diabetes or hypertension or cancer or autoimmune disease. And that's because meat and milk have the same problem. So when a non-vegetarian goes out for dinner, they'll order chicken. And when a vegetarian goes out for dinner, they'll order paneer. Paneer and chicken are the same in our body. Sorry, could you hear me all this time? Paneer and chicken are same in our body.
That's very interesting to you. Did you just say paneer and chicken are safe for the body?
Yeah, because they're high protein, high fat, and more fiber.
But aren't the protein, percentage more or less different in both the products?
Not really. Paneer is very concentrated form of,
Okay.
of protein
Okay.
and fat and no fiber. And chicken is the same. Okay? Maybe a little difference here and there, but in the end, it's the same. Now, basically we have to think what did nature expect us to eat? Because animals in nature know how to be well. So, if we think about that, and if we were out in nature, what can we eat like animals do straight in nature, and that's fruits and vegetables. So, more fruits, more vegetables, and actually vegan is no animal
But
product.
does that fulfill our physical well-being needs?
Absolutely. In fact, as I said, we are reversing diseases. So I would ask, if you eat largely an animal-centered diet, where do you get your vitamins and minerals is good. Where do you get your vitamins and other nutrients, right? These are found in plants, which is why we all eat plants, even if we eat meat.
Right. So, Nandita ma'am, I would want to know from you that what are the usual pushbacks that you get while adopting a plant-based diet?